Take a look at this scene. It captures the essence of traditional Japanese ramen culture, where a single bowl functions as a meticulously layered architectural project. This blueprint shows the essential building blocks of that architecture: the deeply extracted broth, the highly concentrated seasoning base known as the tare, and specialized alkaline noodles. Building this structure requires a massive temporal investment. Proper extraction and marination demand up to 10 hours of constant attention. Yet, looking at this portrait of Gordon Ramsay, you see a Michelin-starred master chef brimming with enough confidence to attempt the impossible, hacking this ancient process to build a vegetarian ramen from scratch in exactly 10 minutes. Can a master chef successfully cheat time, or does compressing a 10-hour process guarantee a total structural collapse? True ramen is defined by patience, an ingredient that clashes with the Western drive for speed and convenience. The foundation of ramen rests on a rigid traditional rule. You keep the simmering broth and the delicate tare separated until the exact moment of serving. This animation illustrates why that matters. Ramsay violates this rule immediately by dropping his miso tare straight into a pot of rapidly boiling water, violently ripping apart the delicate flavor compounds. The boiling temperatures kill the miso's nuanced profile entirely. The liquid is left visually dead, providing nothing more than a weak, husky hit of salt rather than a rich, complex base. He then compounds this error by tossing delicate seaweed into the rolling boil. Instead of acting as a crisp structural garnish, the leaves disintegrate into the water. By trying to rush the construction of his base, Ramsay creates a flavorless, murky mess rather than a sturdy, well-seasoned broth. The physical materials vary. Instead of the structurally required wheat alkaline noodles, Ramsay selects standard egg noodles. Then he commits a cardinal sin of noodle preparation. As this cross-section shows, cooking noodles directly inside the ramen liquid causes them to seep thick, cloudy starch, turning the surrounding clear broth into a sludgy paste. The protein execution is equally flawed. He drops raw, unmarinated tofu straight into the bowl, substituting carefully layered, slow-cooked flavor for a wet sponge that tastes entirely like beans. Without proper ingredient selection and the hours required for marination, the physical architecture of the dish completely collapses into mush. While the core elements of the ramen drown, Ramsay hyper-focuses his attention on shallow frying cauliflower to use as a topping. This close-up captures the panic. Gordon is aggressively scraping the delicate coating off a dark non-stick pan with a metal spoon. That basic kitchen error reveals how the artificial pressure of a 10-minute countdown causes a total loss of foundational culinary logic. The ticking clock forces him to abandon structural integrity, prioritizing superficial, fast-cooking toppings over the actual soul of the dish. The final presentation is culturally tone-deaf. Ramsay serves the noodles in a wide Le Creuset saucepan meant to be eaten family-style, completely ignoring the deeply personal single-bowl tradition of ramen. The aesthetic result is entirely unrecognizable, resembling a thin miso soup topped with raw cilantro. It is a failure severe enough to officially strip him of his honorary uncle title. This disaster raises a broader cultural question. Why is there such a Western obsession with life-hacking complex global cuisines into 10-minute weeknight meals? Look at these massive vats weighed down by heavy stones. They represent a truth in authentic Asian cuisine. Time is not merely a measurement of how long a recipe takes. It is an active, immovable, and irreplaceable ingredient required to build the food. If you only have 10 minutes to eat, you should respect those constraints and buy instant ramen. True culinary mastery lies in respecting the process, not in finding a shortcut.